Every man deserves to know his T levels. Step into Game Day Men's Health Solon and get tested on us. No guesswork, no waiting, just real answers.
All right, good stuff, guys. Bad stuff from the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have been absolutely awful in games 3 and 4 in Toronto. Jason, do you still think the Cavs are going to win this series? And how confident are you?
Yeah, they're going to win the series. It's catastrophe if they don't win this series. They're going to win the series. I'm not shocked they lost Game 3.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised how they laid down at the end of Game 4.
By the way, remember the other day when it was like we were guessing draft picks? Yeah, it was the night of the draft. And Mike made a guess, and then I kind of bullied him out of it, and then his original pick was right, and he goes, I want credit for that. Remember?
Yeah, Carnell Tate.
It was Carnell Tate.
Yeah.
Do I get credit if the Cavs win in 6?
Yeah.
Even though I changed the Cavs in 4?
No. I stayed. McNuggets, I said the Cavs win in 6.
I'm not confident they're going to win in 6.
Now, am I confident in that 6? No. I'm going to tell you what, bro. If they lose, I'm going to tell you this right now. If they lose this game, it's a wrap.
I agree with
that. They lose this game, they're getting swept.
They're not going to lose this game.
If they can't get swept. They won 2.
I mean, no.
Well, I mean, like lose 4 in a row.
If they lose this game tomorrow, they might as well chalk it up.
By the way, to me, I don't know if you guys agree, even though it's 4-5 as opposed to 1-8, the Cavs losing this series is worse to me than the Pistons losing to the Magic.
It is.
I don't know. That's pretty
They're
bad.
both bad, but the Magic... The Cavs have more play. I know the Pistons are the one, but the Cavs have way more playoff experience, and the Magic are a more seasoned team than the Raptors are.
Bain, Carter, Carroll, Wagner, Suggs. They got a way better roster than this.
The Raptors have been missing their point guard the whole series.
That means.
Is there any chance he's going to play now?
No, he's been ruled out for the whole series.
Oh, he was?
So that means you let Scottie Barnes and R.J. Barrett kill you.
Yeah, right.
No, you can't.
Is it just as simple as they're home, so they'll play better? I mean, is it really that simple? Like, what's happening?
I'll give you a couple of things.
Yeah.
First and foremost, and I have no logical explanation for this at all, and Jason, if you do, please stop me at any moment. I cannot. There's no analysis. There's no nothing.
Go ahead.
Donovan's been terrible 2 games in a row.
Yes, he has.
And he's been really, really bad.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
And but I'm saying I can't tell you why all of a sudden he was great in games 1 and 2, then games 3 and 4 he regressed to a level below even bad.
He's not a guy that plays better at home than on. Like doesn't
right. It doesn't make any sense.
But
Harden and Mobley, the same thing. They're both terrible.
So with Harden,
yeah,
one thing that's been consistent in Harden's career, and it's part of the reason, Bull, that his playoff numbers, although he's had good games, have teetered the longer series goes, is he only has I've told you guys when they got him, he has 3 moves. When you see it once in a random, it's really hard to stop. When you see it 4 times in a row, you get a little better at timing it up, you get a little better consistency with it. By game 6, 7, it's not that you can stop him, but you just have a little better sense of what he wants to do. The Cavs have got so stagnant on offense, and they are letting Donovan and James try and operate from 34 feet from the basket, and they're just standing around it. Toronto is just completely focused in. They have 8 of the 10 eyes on the court defensively, on the ball handling, because there's no movement.
Yeah.
They're not guessing.
What happened to all this pick and roll for dunks? It's gone.
Well, Toronto, I got in a big argument last night at pickup. Someone blamed Evan Mobley was the reason they lost those 2 games. Toronto has said, you are not making the pass in pick and roll. We're going under. We are forcing the guards. You're going to shoot these threes, and until you make enough to get us out of this super drop coverage where we're compacting the paint so heavily, we're not stopping. So the reason Mobley and Allen have had fewer shots, and they have not played well. I'm not trying to justify the fact they've played well.
Yeah.
The reason they've got fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer attempts is how Toronto's defending them. And because the Cavs can't buy a 3 if it was on sale at a dollar store, they're compacting it even more.
And let's face it, the Cavs have no alphas on their team.
I always tell people, listen, I get it. I know we talk about the offense. The Cavs lost the game because they turned the basketball over and they got destroyed in offensive glass. The Cavs do not meet physicality with physicality and force. They let people push them into uncomfortable things. The fact that you're getting 8-second turnovers. Look at this. What are you doing?
Who wants it more? Who wants it more?
Right there.
Here we go.
Right there. That person showed.
Who was that player again? I forgot his name.
Jamal Shead.
Love that play.
He is out here. Look at the intensity. Look at the body language. The Cavs didn't lose this game because they couldn't hit threes. The Cavs lose games because they depend on threes, and that affects their rest of their game. If they're not hitting threes, they're soft. If they're not hitting threes, now no one's getting fast break points. When the last time you seen the Cavs get a fast break point? The guys are trotting
Very
up the
rare,
court.
you're right.
The guards are getting trapped. And guys aren't coming to the ball. Like, it's body language. You can't lose to the Raptors like that 2 games in a row and still think that you're going to be an NBA championship team. You can't.
I told you before the series, the way that Toronto makes this a series and wins, Cavs don't make shots and Toronto creates turnovers. Well, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And that's the only way Toronto wins.
Mike's, I think, maybe I got this wrong, but I think I remember Mike saying there'll be one game where Toronto shoots the lights out and they'll win that game. But that hasn't even happened. Toronto made 4 threes.
At the end of Game 3, they caught fire.
Okay, but this last game they made 4 threes.
Last game, there's no excuse. I'm not defending them. I have no defense.
2 incredible stats from Game 4. Number 1, the fact that the Raptors won a game where they had made 4 threes.
Yeah.
When's the last time that happened in a playoff game?
Yeah.
It's got to be
The answer's
forever.
never. No, the answer's never.
It's never happened?
No.
Okay. Number 2, I don't know how often this happens. I probably don't pay close enough attention to it. The Cavs had more turnovers than assists. Like, how often does that happen in an NBA game, period?
James Harden has done it 29 times in his playoff career individually, where he's had more turnovers than assists.
That's got to be more than any player in the history of the sport.
I'll find the stat. I saw it. I bookmarked it.
Really?
It was either near the top or it was the top.
How often does a team have more turnovers than assists in an NBA game, period?
Not a lot. It's hard.
That's rare. I'm not looking for that, but I don't remember ever seeing that before.
But, G, you mentioned the offensive rebounds, too. We talked about this earlier. The NBA is now a game of creating possessions. Turnovers, offensive rebounds.
Right.
The team that creates the most possessions a lot of times wins.
Right. Even if you're not shooting threes.
Yeah, that's what Toronto's done.
Yeah.
That's
the only way to win when you're not making threes is to have way more possessions than the other team.
They're getting every 50-50 ball.
Everything. They out-hustle them every time.
When it's tipped, it's batted down. And then plus, let's just watch this. Look at the faces of the Cleveland Cavaliers when they're either losing or winning. Harden's face, insane. Even.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I got the stat wrong. Hand up. My bad. I apologize.
Oh, here we go.
He has 44 games with as many turnovers as field goals. It wasn't assists.
Oh, okay.
Which is just as
bad.
Just as bad.
bad, too.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. It wasn't assist turnovers. It was field goals.
Mobley,
I apologize. Continue.
Stoic. Allen, stoic. Harden, stoic. Merrill, stoic. Like Donovan shows emotions from time to time. Max Strus is an emotion guy. Dean Wade, stoic. Man, you can't have that many. This is a knife fight in a phone booth. Like, it's not gonna get no easier. Because after this round, you're gonna play another team. You think Orlando, even if they win, or Detroit, they're gonna make it even worse.
Does anybody have any faith Detroit's going to win 3 in a row?
No.
Nah, that's done. Detroit ain't got enough offense, and it's going to. And if they lose, if Detroit loses and Orlando advances, and the Cavs lose to the Raptors, everything is on the table. Everything is on the table. I tell you right there.
Raptors Magic.
Kenny,
what were the odds of that before the?
Kenny, I'm telling you, Kenny, you fighting.
Well, he's gone. If that happens.
You're fighting for your coaching life in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. You go ahead and lose this game.
That's it. You have to win the game. And I think they will because they're at home and
They're 9.5-point favorites, which scares the crap out of me.
But
you know what, guys? Like,
they're going to win the series.
We all, like, after the first 2 games, like, oh, the Raptors have no chance. I was saying it because we get blinded. The series changes when it changes.
I thought before the series started, the Raptors had no chance.
Yeah,
I didn't think.
But they've already played a lot better than you thought.
I told them they was going to
they
get 2
did
games.
exactly what I didn't think that they could do 4 times. And I still don't think they can do it 4 times.
But Jason, and you're right, or most likely right. But the Cavs, they look like the same team we've seen every other year.
I'm not disagreeing.
Right.
Game 3. I told you before when we were doing the draft show. I picked them to lose Game 3.
Right.
I thought they'd come back and win, and they had Game 4 under control. Like they had, how big of a lead did they have?
At 9.
With 5 minutes left?
Something
4 or 5
like
minutes
that.
left?
The Cavs were up
9.
87-82 with less than 4 minutes left, and they were up 9
9 at one point.
9 with the 5-minute mark.
And let's be clear. It's the same way that they lost to the Pacers last year. They're up points, and they're like, couldn't get the ball over half court.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not that it's no different. It's all you do is change Ty Jerome out and put Harden or like no. Like
I was talking to a executive last year during the Pacers series. He called me and was like, why is the Cavs body language so bad? Like, they're the better team. Do they not realize they're better than Indiana? And this was after one of the home losses. I don't remember which one. Like, they're the better team, but they're not acting like it. And I'm just curious to see how they come out now at 2-2 at home.
this should be a blowout.
Because they are the talent level is not close.
Not
between
close.
these
That's
two
what
teams.
makes this even more disturbing.
Yeah.
The Cavs should come out and they should win this game by 15 points.
We were hoping we'd see I agree. We were hoping we'd see a new Cavs team with this different group. And we were hoping that we'd see a new James Harden as part of this team. And we haven't seen that. Now, maybe it'll turn around. Maybe they'll find a way to grind out this series, get through it, and maybe in the next round they'll start to look like a better team. I don't know. But would you pick them to beat Orlando right now? I gave Tyvus a hard time a couple of weeks ago when he said, I'd rather the Cavs play Detroit than Orlando. Maybe he was right.
I'd still pick him over Orlando, but I have no confidence in that. I have no confidence to say it.
I've said all year Boston's the only team I would pick to beat them. I'm going to hang in there with that. I'm not going to react off two bad losses.
Tonight should be a Donovan
But
Mitchell.
it's not just two bad losses.
It should be a Donovan Mitchell night.
They
You guys give the Cavs a little more credit.
They dominated games 1 and 2.
Mike, the Cavaliers
They dominated 1 and 2 against Orlando.
have
and it won
not
7.
won a series.
Oh, I thought you were just about like after these two games in
If you
particular.
look at their body of work, it is so pathetic in the postseason.
I mean, you could go
It's
back.
pathetic.
They lost.
None of us are arguing that. I thought you meant
Nah,
like,
you give
what
them more
last
credit,
two
I
games.
feel like, than they deserve.
They haven't
Because
proven
you're like,
anything.
they're talented, but
They haven't proven anything.
they've done nothing.
I mean, I'm more impressed. I've been more impressed with the Atlanta Hawks than what the Cavs has done.
That series is 2-2.
I've been more impressed. I've been more impressed. To me, I've been more impressed with the Timberwolves, the San Antonio Spurs. I mean,
That's a shame that Edwards got hurt because now they'll probably end up blowing that series.
I just
you know what? They're better. It's better for the league if they lose that series now because
I just want to see them turn into a dogfight.
yeah.
They got
All
to
right.
turn into a fight.
Some final